Today, the 12th day of August, 2020. And today, United Nations International Youth Day. And this 2020 Youth Day, waiting at the theme. The theme now, Youth Engagement for Global Action. Youth Engagement for Global Action. But we get an ayat today for can talk, fumble talk. Like you go get bad picking house, like you go get good picking house. The one they go the right way, the one they go the wrong way. You say today make nobody no go no sign. Because this even term, we want can talk, fumble talk. Waiting na the advice where we go give to the youths of Sierra Leone. Based on all the recent happenings in Sierra Leone. Also how they see youth them they lost their life inside salon. Where they can take for kind of treat, then police come, open fire, and some people them lost their life. Waiting na the message where we go give to the youths inside salon. Again, no go no sign. Fumble talk. You know where they can say fumble talk now, say? We person one gap before that end they ask her, and they go and close. So they go. So today nobody they go no side. We only can talk this talk here now. Make sense. But before, I don't begin ask the question. The youth then a salon. Are they victim of the system? Will they blame them? If we they blame them, how many percent will we go blame them on? Okay, make I just give the COVID-19 update. Then we will come dive inside this topic. Today, 476 tests now they analyze. 476. Out of that 476 day, 5 turn out for be positive. 5 turn out for be positive. And if we want to break the 5 by district, that's what it look like. Western area urban 2, Western area rural 2, and arrivals, the one that way come on and the diaspora 1. So now I make Nakovac they say, the one that we say make Nakovac no test na airport. They say, well, una see, the other 10 they don't get 2. Now they don't get 1. So una way they say make them no test na airport. Well, look, now positive cases then they come out for the one them where they come out na the diaspora. But some people they say again, we don't say me they not test too. We say me they not charge for test. Someone say, we not tell them say make they no test. We just team up no more say we know how made them charge we. May them just carry on the test, free one. And then, waiting the result be a B. Well, that's so the positive case be look like. Let me give the other numbers then. 1,937 cases there now. Now we don't get na salon. 1,937. All the cases them na salon. Now we don't get now. For the past 24 hours, nobody no die. So we still stand at 69 people them that they don't lost their life to COVID-19. The one them within an isolation center now, we get COVID-19 positive na them body, na 385. 385. The one them we recover for the past 24 hours, now 5. 5 people them recover for the past 24 hours. We don't care the cumulative total number of people that don't recover na Salone to 1,483. 1,483. The number of people them were in quarantine na 562. 562. The number of people who are discharged from quarantine na 10,077. 10,077. From where then they do test na Salone, all from the start to date. They don't test 21,123 tests and don't be conducted. 21,123 tests and don't be conducted na Salone. Masiko Mase, he say now all the one they already on board the flight, then they at risk. Not really, because then say now make it then they give strict measures for people them where they inside the flight for make them wear face mask. You just they pull your face mask for it where you eat so you for wear and back. And this is not the first one. They don't get 2 first. We test positive. 2 people them will come on at the diaspora back. We test positive. So this is not the first one. So then the defend now say, I make then they conduct the test na airport. I made them conduct too, but make them do it for free. But don't go back and forth on that one day. I think then they don't team up. Then they not go able to come out again. When they come to we program proper today, 2020 International United Nations International Youth Day, with the theme Youth Engagement for Global Action. Youth Engagement for Global Action. Nabari who can sit down today. They picking the inside this house. Some them, then they go bad. Some them, they go the correct way. But we're not going to say because the one way they go the correct way and the normal for focus pan. And left the one them where they go bad. So one can talk to them. One can speak directly to the youth of Sierra Leone on this day. When we are talking about the youth, although people go say majority carries the vote, I ask a question just now say, the youth them where they Salone, are they victim? Or squarely and entirely we get for blame them? When we talk about the youth, not to forsake we talk about all the youth they now na them bad na Salone. No. Not to all the youth them bad. But again, they want them we choose the right path. Waiting na the opportunity we be land na the hand we make, then choose the right path. They want them where they focus, they look na the politicians, then pockets them. Waiting at the opportunity we then get, waiting at the other option, waiting at the other choice we then get. We then refuse for take, but still yet the focus on politicians. The Secretary General of United Nations, Antonio, na a message to the youth. Inside a message, you pick anything there for Salone youth them? with waiting a play just now. The youth in a salon. You pick anything there for them, or you feel say, they are not represented in this message. Make I read one sentence by what he say. He say the generation's very formation has been jeopardized. Their step toward adulthood. You feel say we see that in a salon? He say the identity and the self-sufficient, they don't throw away them, of course. You feel say you see that in a salon? Because this time message where it give to young people them today. You see some of them don't take care about it, or then they suffer from increased risk for hungry, where they not get thing for it. You see that in a salon? It say violence inside and host them, or some of them, when they drop out of school, they're not they ever able again for continue the school. But one thing we say this generation is so resilient. Not so that we can talk as alone. Say we na bobo pain. We na bobo pain. Say this generation, they're so resilient. But again, they talk about resourceful and engaged. You think say that they in a salon? The young people in a salon, waiting, then they rise up for. Because in talk about young people them across the globe, because this one they say global action, but we want narrow and down to our own country. Waiting the young people in a salon don't really rise up for. Are they peace builders? Will they promote social cohesion? We young people in a salon, are they peace builders? Because in the talk say, some young people across the world, some young people across the world, then they do that one, then they. But it gets one important sentence where it gets towards the end. It said, for make we realize the promise of this generation, what's it mean? He say, it means say, we for invest far more into young people than inclusion. For make we realize in the promise of this generation, it means say we for invest far more into young people than inclusion. You see that one in a salon? We foresee young people them, themselves they participate in discussion them. You see in a salon? Why make you feel say that they not they happen? But what he say again? He say in the call on all the leaders and the adults them everywhere, all side, for do everything possible for enable. They call all that the leaders and the adults. For do everything possible for enable youth them for enjoy life of waiting. 1, safety. 2, dignity. And 3, opportunity. What are they called? adults, and leaders them. Say the youth them for getting chance, for making themselves enjoy safety, dignity, and opportunity. We create for the one and then a salon. What thing we don't do for we youth them na salon, for make themselves go able for contribute to society, for make we able for unlock them potential. Because every youth, every mortal man, they got a potential. Oh. Every mortal man. They get something inside them. But what we don't do for make we able for make them contribute? Whose space where we don't create for them? So that we go able to tap into waiting they inside them. And not to tomorrow, the fullest of them potential. But waiting inside, we get for create that for make that go happen. Now I make ask just now. I make ask just now. The question. Say, are they victim? Or we don't do all we can for make we youth then a salon go get another choice rather than the one we then they choose. It's United Nations International Youth Day 2020. Waiting at your message. Na fumble talk. Not go inside. If you go at it, go you close. Not go no side. Make we can talk now. Make a count Tony. Make we waiting at in message to the youth them of Sierra Leone. Yes, Tony, you get a platform.
Yes, Abraham, thank you for having me. I take a two-way approach, wherein one has to do with the government of the day, and the second part go for do with the youth them. And the reason why they say this was a question I asked the current Minister of Information when the president visits Harvard, where he come as associate here. Me and I one way applaud them for the education where then they invest in. But I point out to them, say, there is a whole vacuum in the middle level manpower of a society. And when you talk about the middle level manpower of a society, you talk about the youth them. We talk about today. How we be able to uplift them. If you go free term or you don't go free term probably for the past 2-3 years, you will see the middle level manpower for drive some of the private sector and drive and bring revenue to the economy. If there is a whole vacuum, these guys, they are not trained. They lack the skills needed in some of these institutions where go come and foreign companies that will go come. Even the few people that will land, you see, say, now then they move from one job to the other. From one job to the other. Those guys still there on the long bench. Hey, bro, you bobode. I go give you an instance, a case study. If you go up to your mining, Nakono, even upholstery or carpenter who waiting then they go pull them come Ghana. Even when you come down McKinney, it's a way London mining African mineral, then they certain jobs, go because front loaders, truck drivers, then big truck dumpster, what you call about dumpster. Then they go pull them from outside Sierra Leone. Now, few of the people then they drive some of them things that they. You understand? That tells you the vacuum where they. You understand? Not to all go able for work, get white collar jobs. But the question where I posed to the minister was, in a family to Pakima, Professor Pakima, say Pakima for I'm not going to be the right person for answer that the government is have to look into that. I made reference to in those days they have OIC in Bo, where people then they go there train themselves, train in different fields. The time where we Kisi. They get Kisi dockyard. Technical that training institute that Friton dockyard, Friton I think that again just now Ferry Junction Day. Now dockyard day when I'm in Friton Technical Institute. You have all these institutions. So when you invest in the educational system for the young ones, then you have to make provision. You have to make that provision for these people too on the street. Some of these people get the know-how, but they don't have the opportunities. Create an incentive program for them. Create institutions or polytechnic, absorb them into those institutions wherein these people can make themselves skilled in a lot of things. Then go able for carpentry or upholstery. Look how we not get too much contractors, qualified contractors, the way they bill us. Now the same people, then they take job here, take job here, take job here. Get these people trained into better and give them certificates and make you empower them. You attach them into various fields. If some people are clerical, that's how we go send them. You get the army engineering department, send them there. Some countries now the army where they know they fight war. Now then they make roads, now then they patch the road, now then they make them. If you get some of these guys, you train them, say, for drive front loaders. You train them on technical skills on other area, carpentry, this and different fields. You can able to absorb these guys into different ministries. You can even take them to the police. And because the police is not just peacekeeping there for cover life and property, they have other departments. The police gets a garage and that's a mechanical side way. People that way now fit and learn them and enroll them into those schemes. If you get these people enrolled into these schemes, what you have tomorrow is you have a responsible youth. We're going able for be self-reliant. We're going to be for take up jobs. We're going to be for improve the lives of themselves and improve the lives of them picking them. Where in turns go, then go pay taxes. Government go increase revenue. But if you have some of these guys, you go to the party office, then all with it. These guys are there just sit down. Glad, any big mark I put in a pocket to give them. You feel they're not getting know-how for make some of these guys. And these guys, they can read and write. They just need the opportunities for tap into them. So this was my question that I posed, and this was the presentation where I do in TED Talk where I have the grad school. You understand? I'm so happy about this whole thing. We use them in Africa. You understand? You can able to make them productive if only we create the provision for them. Sierra Leone, like usually say, it's a 7 million population. If we get our youth, Abraham, the time London mining, they'll come in and they come. We get youth some way, then they make any, so they don't start, then they plant grass no more, that train track. For protect the erosion, let not wash the mud or the dirty from the train track. You see, because when these guys, they were paid every month, they sure see that they get salary. He asked for like see young man in Africa. All man they go plan, whether they go Ferengbaya, whether they go Bumbuna, whether they go Losa, whether they go Potloko, whether they everybody in search of job. Because if you go, you party them where they come, you see them dress needs, then get money in their pocket, then they live their lifestyle change. It's a self not go and sit down. That's where they say Saloma lazy. I don't feel say Saloma lazy. Now that period, I know say Sierra Leoneans, we lack work and we lack good thing. You see, everybody was engaged. If we're unfortunate, we get Ebola, we come and just lash everything away. You understand? So me, it's not only when you talk to the youth, because the opportunity is not there for them. And for me, it's not there. These guys, they just been there. Politicians come, use them, they give them money. They want to go make a land and a constituency. So. They go, they give them room, they give them this. These youths, these are the middle level manpower. With middle level manpower in Sierra Leone, it's very weak. So they have to invest. Just like how the guy said, the UN guy, they give a message, say, you got to invest in them. So they feel safe in their community. Say, yes, you restore dignity in them. You give them the opportunity so they can move. So certain jobs, then we come out salon, we go interview in Liberia during the time where the war just don't do. Ellen Johnson made it clear that these jobs or these UN jobs is for Liberians, because when they pay Liberians, they use this money in developing Liberia immediately after the war. So if we have companies that are coming, mining companies, hey, go for car with driver, go for car with plumber, go for car with upholstery or this or that from different country. Now, you get your local content policy, made it known to them, say, we don't get problems if you come in with your driver for drive your dumpster, but we have well-trained youths with certificates. where you can employ, and the provision therefore they are forced. You therefore make sure they give them preference. If you give the youth some preferences, some of this mining companies coming in, this what they call our local content policies. Local content policy is there, but how effective it is. So you therefore get these companies coming in. Tell them, say, we get people that we already don't trade. We don't go through this institution, one name like the OIC, like the Freetown Technical Institute or whatever.
Yeah, then trade center and a dockyard. I think that's the one we talk about, yeah.
Yes, now they are get them, let them get the certificate now there. So if there is a job, road transport need people there. Those road maintenance need people there. They get people coming from those institutions. We can do internship. We can able through them performance, they can be absorbed into some of those institutions. When you start to get you get to begin cater for the one and at that stage, remember the government will yield so many revenue through taxes because mind you, all these people working, even if now 5,000 you add into your labor market every day, let's say it's your employment list, these people will in turn pay tax and government will get revenue. And mind you, say once they become more reliant, they're able for which their family self for people that when are independent. Self-life got improved. So for me, I'm not just blaming them. I'm blaming the authorities where tend to use them in negativity than positivity. Not able to invest in things, then we go make tomorrow, then become powerful. Because let me tell you, if these guys have jobs, they have some of those jobs who are mentioned at some of the institutions, they work for the army, they work for the police, they work for this different institution, government institution, just like when you get a national youth scheme in Nigeria. I tell you, most politicians will go call me for go say, hey, no, can't go now on a constituency 110 go make a lala. Because I don't get that time day. Because I employed, I get a job, I get a family. But these guys don't have. So every straw where they see, they go for grab because they need that 10,000 news day, they need that 50,000 news day, they need that 100,000 way they can get over that t-shirt, they need the home. The idle mind is the devil workshop. So all this riot where they say police can kill people. If people are responsible, people then train and get job, and they tell you go see everything will be minimized. Like give you one reference. Why it make you know say where them boss them, where government buy them bosses last. And also this current government, the previous past, how many bosses then will just within a week then get problem? Some driver are not even able for claim service streets for St. Anthony Church because they are not trained. Some of these guys they drive Poda. Then the next moment you go get a boss for go claim. Which knowledge does he have? Yeah, you can forget CDL driver license. So if you have all those things, create a place in the army where you train these drivers. Even a gas station, if they need tanker driver, they go through this institution and get drivers then. Whatever company where they salon where need driver, they don't say there is a school, there is an institution where get driver where they already trained. Now, government institution get certificate and everything, we're going for develop the land. So for me, Abraham, in summary, I blame the authorities, the regime they will don't get, past and present. Go to the party office, like you see the guy then did it. Not for say they're able to read and write. They can able to be enrolled in some of these institutions. Some even can be drivers for them. Some even can be this. Some of these guys then drop out of school, not so because of their own faults. Some probably the one who they sponsor them. Some man, the mama or papa or family head just got to die. Some my family there abroad stop for support them. And life has to go on. These are family people. They have people to take care of. So what do you expect? They have to go into illegal things we understand. So basically, not to them, they blame the youth 100%. Some stand out. Some are learning jobs. You understand? Some they in different fields. Construction, this, that, and other areas then. But I feel say we governments get for beginning. This was a question I posed to them. Before that, the current minister, they refer me to Pakima. And Pakima know me, they don't go up to the president's room. So how will you guys bridge that gap there? Because there is no way we can bridge that gap if the middle level manpower of Sierra Leone, we're not developer. Go Guinea and see the middle level manpower where you develop. Although you go say they are not formally trained, but my man, if Guinea man work with motoka, you go not say you go fit send a new one, they just reset the engine. They are trained in their crafts. We don't have those things. Look, trust me. Some big truck they know they drive now. Now give me and go pull a full man and they where they drive them big truck. We don't have them. London mining come with drivers. Africa mining come with big drivers and from London. With that white guy that when an ex-military guys on this are for drive. There's so many provisions in our country, so many opportunities. But some of these people just need them on political campaigns, on other illegal things for say, hey, you body. Because if you develop and tomorrow, you know, call up Pogo nonsense. That Namio take Abraham. You know, it's not for them. It's the authority that we have. If they can revamp institutions that can train them, trust me. Because some of who are in the diaspora don't know what they call your thing. You probably don't know what they call, hey, brah, hey, papa, uncle, auntie, sister, malosao, they picking school fee, school they help you because he gets a job. He already don't get, like whatever little way they get. They must make arguments for you, send for you Afghan, send for you African, I think, send for you things the way one. Not for saying that they all want for big. But the opportunity is set. So basically, if you ask me, they are the victim of the system. They are the victim, to answer your question, are the victim of the system because the system is not set for them. They're not set today, and we don't know if they will set them tomorrow. That's a me take it, bro.
All right, thank you very much, Tony. Thank you, sir.
Me, bro.
Yes, sir. Well, that's Tony a message to the youth them. You know how we analyze them. Make we come with us friend. Make we waiting at us friend a message to the youth. Yes, us friend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tripoli, for giving me the platform. And welcome to everybody who listen to you today. May I take in terms of this youth development, you look at what's in actually, because if in the first place, really now the youth, this World Youth Day as we try for commemorate, now external forces and they bring into it. But why and they try for can show it since na dentia for try do for letting go be so. Because not to say a national issue, a global issue actually. But in we own sector, I don't try for look to what in at the youth then your impact in terms of this action, we want to make a global action in terms of waiting, then they engage the youth them so that they go able for do an action where it will be positive towards the world. First of all, locally, and then look back to the other side where they able for expand them to the other side of the world. So you see, say youth in particular, we own culture, we own area, we own countries, Sierra Leone. We don't get a trend of events, then we don't change the youth them pattern of life. There was a time actually they were engaged, and there was a less time where get youth them where we say now then go actually look into areas that will say then go day in areas of too much of riots or any civil unrest. In those days, we just take them for say what they call in fact now the word be they put the other word because the youths they've been they are the actual youths, and then you been get back with it then they call the echo.
We lost.
Okay. All right. Like how life was said, they mean get this term where they say youths. The word youths, actually youths them who get to they actually use them in there. But a time become when politics become back, they say then youth them. So they mean get people them who are like rioters them or election candidate use them. So they can get in this term here when they call them youth. So that one day can begin to change the perception, waiting we really look into the actual person itself. So in other words, we change. We change the name. We give them another term for other group of people. When in those days, we election one candidate, then they load, then go and then please them. So then they help the campaign. Those areas now they get like trouble, then go cause. If I can remember one time when they been get one uniform, what they call MPLA. And not be free say been all over, but like we area and another side I did not them get youth them for politics force, then they dress in this MPLA. But I therefore look more out, then don't change the actual person would for be a youth how we go able for perceive the young one them, how we go able for bring them into the picture of in terms of development. We change them. They will give people who don't grow up now, like a bit young adults. These are young adults. Then we call them youths because then they go out for go perform other things. But then just one side. So the area now where we young youths then don't they try to change their mind. They don't change their mind gradually. So government can look say, let we help this system, yeah. How they do and then bring them through education. Because education and feel saying for self-reliance. All right, they initiate the idea, they change the pattern and say, let we begin to look some students, then where they go, then they go higher school, then they become dropouts because of society, the education sector, don't they flop. So they say, well, because then they get more of dropouts because the education sector not been developed, some other areas then for developed students, they for go take good work in GCSEs. They say, well, I'll bring the Becker, one of that 30 year within a secondary school. So that when you finish that stage, the government for able for absorb you if you not get academic brain. So that they go able for put in a vocation, like them vocation wouldn't have to be show. But they were never expanded. So that is the area. When you can look donors there now, this United Nations will be done today, all those kind of structures and bring. Are we blaming the people that wouldn't bring? Because then get joint program, pooled funding, structured funding, dialogues, this WNFPA, what's in now before so. Then get other side when UNICEF, when are them they try for bring all those ideas into we for low buy them through some other method, which we self initiate, but they were never expanded, wherein the things then will be available when people in camp. Then go learn, not to only just for go learn at the place. If you talk about metal, you get everything to do with metal. Tell you they even produce a metal. Tell you they even try for get them into a produce what go able to sustain you, the country, and it bring development. But then they make them more like a show. Then they make no one thing they show them out. They show them out. Then they left the people and go out in the society. But when they left them go to the society, some of them not be empower them for able for expand their skills there. So you instead of they develop the country again for that 1634, you get forget again more and more dropout. Because remember, you're not going to take an external exams in high school. You dey fit for go take you GCS in a Form 5. But now you dey fit for take Becker first. For let go cross, then you dey try for take back another exam on a WASC now then they call them. So they can put that part there. Remember now the age down and the way an individual they begin to get in own decision where they try for make for go to the adulthood of that youthful stage. So there were no plans in that area. Looking at the present side now, I might not blame the youth, I might not blame the government, but I will put it there is a system which should have been in place. So in other words, the government will take in your side, say, we get for put the structures where these guys are going to get themselves involved, tap them potentialities, then themselves they tap the potential of other people, then go able for invent, then go able for make something. If in agriculture, let we get them, we know them well and then go there. But so far, it's only 300 where this new youth development don't do, would have passed out them, which is a good achievement as a start. But are they expanding it and are there more skilled jobs on a more of small administrative jobs? So then they try for look into this year and say they want to incorporate other areas them. Or are you going to expand them? That is always the question. You see, you bring in ideas, are you expanding them? Then they look into the women them. They say the woman, how they will help them for pregnancy. Then bring the football. Now the woman, therefore encourage them for get football. For them go get more teams and get them. So that then they spend more money on them. So they get donors going to those areas. But when you look at the women and back, they say some of them, they go into football for avoid being in the street or avoid getting pregnancy or avoid getting into crimes so that they will able to forget about them. But then they see the society will look on low upon them. So, but there is something else we don't want to do. Now we know they. So these are the areas they get for go meet the people and meet them downtown. Talk to them, say that this, na then we una able for una do. Who don't care, who don't give them more. No, we just come, we give ONS, we give them, we turn away, we go, or we sit down, we fold behind. WFPA, the food program, the same thing, they say they develop things. But they address the things, but it's still in the micro elements based on the area where saloon don't dey. The youths and the stage where they don't dey so now the problem they don't get, but it's more like where the sick man don't sick. So man go sick, you know, waka fine, and go try for begin mandate, begin waka with thing, they call it rehabilitation. Well, the youths, they need a rehabilitation stage now, wherein they go give them that rehabilitation so that they will able to come back into the society. There are many things the young man they don't do, and they see them. Na salon boku, but they are still micro. Then they all they ask for donor, they all they ask for support. Anyone who then call and go, na support they ask for, na support they ask for. You see, the only thing number one, not just buy it, na the idea, because they said use then they have an area where they go able for us to say, while we are waiting, let we not go to the extreme. And that is the area now where you go only say they need actual counseling. While we are waiting, let we not go to the extreme. Let we find something for engage with. It could be difficult in some way, but there is something where sometimes that stage they then go see that avoid them. But when you look on the other side of it, when at the extreme, you will see sometimes some of them will have done all that, but they have no other choice than just give or follow the flow. So that side number one, let them go get follow. While they are waiting, let them go know saying that this we expect from the government, and at this the government therefore can't do for we, so that we go able to go before. So we're not going to blame them too much, but we blame the what in get for be available so that they go able for incorporate them to society. Let them say go able for play a part. Because the more they play part, the knowledge, they're able to get them, then they're able to implement in the society, then what in the kind inside, you go able to become useful. So thank you very much for giving me the platform.
All right, thank you very much, Usfriend. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Yeah.
We don't hear it from Usfriend. We don't hear it from Tony. Then come and can create a scenario for we, make we know who say the youth then team up delicate today. With the lack of trade center, the lack of this, the lack of that, the lack of this, the lack of that, we all don't expose, or even with the little way the government they try to do, waiting at your message to the youth. I can always say this. We politicians, they know the problem. There's be the problem. Because if you want to say there's be the problem, wait make elections and come. They will provide you all the solution to them problem then they. But after election, now the tender amnesia can kick in. Make we go through some text them while we wait for the calls them for begin coming. Mimi Lebi say, he say the youth them, then totally lost. He say they need attention and they need something for motivate them. The youth then totally lost, they need attention and they also need something for motivate them. Yes, caller, they live on here. You name and say the call from, please.
Yes, Nami.
Yes, Nayuma.
Okay. All right. So, this na Adama at a call from New York.
Yes, Adama, you get 3 minutes, ma.
Okay. What I want to tell me youth then, na Sierra Leone, brothers and sisters, I want to tell one at this wire. So wherever they listen to me, I say to you that when you poor, it doesn't mean you are less than a human being. Okay. When you poor, it not mean for say someone for take advantage of you. Me, where Sudan I had to talk to you. Me not come on a rich family. It was a blessing. Okay. Where it bring me Canada, this country here. And I make a good use of it. So what you mean to tell when I say, when I hold on, let politicians them, rich person, let you know with a poor when I mind. Okay. Or because when I not get money, or because when I don't go to school, or when I not get education, so they'll just be the misuse one. Listen, we all there in this world here for a reason. Okay, we all have our own destiny in our own hands. Not everybody for go to school, we go all the way to college. Not everybody will get especially at that part of the world. Okay, people don't know the way they get money. But believe me, there are other things that we will not do. So now that I will tell una today, I will talk to una from the bottom of my heart, my dear sisters and brothers, the youth. Let una lift una head up. Let nobody not be the master una. Let nobody not position the light of una. Now me contribute on that today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adama. Thank you, ma.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, caller, are live on air. Your name and who side call from, please.
Yeah, this is Ayo, the call from the US.
You get the platform, Ayo. 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, like we Tony in the talk just now, they talk about this technical institute and things. Then we've been there all over the country where youth and they go land trade and things. I been know of them, you know. How come them things then they close down? You have any reason why they close them down?
I know say trade center still there. Just when Tony they talk, you just click on me. We go send the camera for good day. Make we see what thing they go on there now. But I don't think it's as functional as the way it used to be. But for trade center, we did that backyard, it's still there.
Yeah, because they don't eat the money where they fund their things and they. So they don't eat the money for all the things they're winning in every country for the use them for land stuff. We will help them in a society. Anything we're supposed to help the country go before, they don't plan, you know. And the thing is, the people and all that know what are the people that will plan. Every Sierra Leonean and know what are the people that will plan the country. But it seems as if people don't want to call them out, you know. All that know what's happening in that country, you know. But people just they talk above the frame, you know, like say they don't know what's in the happen. This thing, you know, today starts. This thing will go on for years and decades now. These people and just pull the country. Any salary money, they put money for improve something for the livelihood of the country. They eat them. They let them say it deteriorates. Goma Valley, electricity, anything you can think about. And just chop all. The data and culture put here. You know? But that's made that country, they are that kind of state where they so. Because the people let them put in charge for years. They just they eat the country money, looking at the invest time, they know they do and they eat the money, they give money for buildings, you eat the money, you take the cement, you go the house. You know? How the country go before. Because the economy will talk now the same thing over and over. And people they continue and they do the same thing. You know? And nobody seems interested in calling them out. Because if you look at it now like some kind of clan, now family business. You know? Nobody no one exposing a cousin or a brother or an uncle or an auntie. Because all my are on the inside. You know? It's not right. Then when they call, they just they talk. Before they call their own brother and sister, and when they damage the country. You know? They know the people who they damage the country, but they just they gloss over the matter. Like I say, it's not important. They try to blame in the government. The government, yes, is for the people. But the government appoint people and pay for run the government. And then people they destroy the country. And the people when they call and make phone calls and comments, they know that. But they actually say they don't know. They just want to make blanket accusation of the government. That's my contribution, bro.
All right, thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, they live on air. Your name and side call from, please.
This is not Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
Mike, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, but this is not one thing we can make a vex. You understand? You know, what would they also, you know, would they blame the youth them for everything? Or the youth they're not educated, the youth they're not this, the youth. I think na hypocrite talk with the talk, you know, eh? Not all the youth then they sign them bad mining deal where they go on a salon, okay? Not to the youth then they thief the money where they come out salon, where they go hide in their bank. Not to the youth then they thief all the rest there where they bring council. Not to the youth then do that day, you know. Not to the youth then they destroy the country, you know. But we'll make no more. Oh, the youth there need for go do farming. The youth there need for Gomoyanda. The youth there need for left for ride bike. Who's kind? What they don't ever provide for their youth then? Most of them youth then they want to ride bikes. So most of them they graduate from college. They don't get work, you know. Most of them youth then the way you see them ride bikes. So most of them are very smart. You know? But we they blame them all the time, the youth there, because we get hidden agenda. We know they talk the truth. Now the problem now with Solomon, we know they speak the truth. The people the way they destroy the country, they see also, oh the youth there, then they first for politician. We don't want first for politician, we know they're not power. You know? Where the youth then grab for things the way important that country they say, oh na politician and they first for a politician tell them this. The country, they go bad, so they bad. The economy bad. Everything they go up. Rice they go up. Everything they go up. But if the youth then grab this now, a politician and they fight for, you know, people they know they see what they go on. They know they see. Like say we blind. We know that is the problem. Is why I know they even watch their old show we can get on Friday night. You know, because nobody not stand up. Nobody not stand up. Say Salon Poel so, you know. We need to speak the truth. The leader then, and then they destroy that country there. But they blame the youth. Or the youth, they know they this. All in technical school, and they even for Bay College, you go there right now, the engineering department, one tool or nothing, or they for proof say this is not engineering department. All in trade school, and they machine and all they tool and all they, you know. You know, we need for left here. The hypocrisy too much, man. No blame the people who are in charge. They know they provide the means for the youth there. You know, they know they provide the means at all, man. You know, where you to go manage, you ride in keke or you ride in bike. Now the way that the way get for survive. You know, go make farm in a village. We you don't even get the way for sell the product again and make money. You know, we get for the think. Then leader they want to put in a power, so they're very dangerous for our country. You know, now then they will get for let the youth then develop. The leader then get for put the means. Then get for put the means. Let the youth then develop. They know they do that. And they know the problem, like you said. They know the problem, but they know they do it. You know, we get for hold them accountable. We get for speak up now. Let Salon improve. They know Salon will improve if we just do the right thing. I tell you, Salon will improve. If we instead of buying Toyota Prada and spend that money in something that better the country, and that's how we go improve. Now the leader, their mindset, now him wrong. The leader then, the mindset is very wrong, my man. You know, you're wrong. Now you make the country really develop. But when they sit down, they will not talk the truth. I don't know what we need for do. I'm your contribution no more.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, they're live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
Yes, good evening or good afternoon. This is Nancy, the call from US.
Yeah, Nancy, you get 3 minutes, ma.
Yeah, for me, I say 50-50. The reason being is we leaders them. They know they create the environment and put things in place where go make the youth them go able for engage themselves, for keep themselves busy and get something for do. People then they, yes, we don't graduate, we not get job. Because nothing they for do. And therefore, if somebody I choose you as a leader, I don't go vote for you, right? I dance for you, I sweat angry morning. I mean, go cook back, I eat. For me, money. I go buy me soap, I wash, I me dirty clothes, I broke and for me, money, not to give me, I dance for you. And then when the time reach, I go to line, I vote for you. And then after that, you forget about me, I see who say they, fine road, no day. And they do things where they make let the country go before. And then if I see you, I go dance again. No. You see, this power so where them people they are they play with now like fire. If you handle them fine, it go serve you right. If you handle them roughly, it go burn you. And so the youth them are said to una. Now we the youth then now we na the fire and this then now we na the wood and this fire so. If you would know that fire they not go burn, go fight, go hot. So therefore, if them people that are show up, when I just try this, just one term, where they say Sunday for election, where people then they campaign, let them work, let them earn them. Una no come on a street for go dance for them. Lord, we no go no side. You want talk to me? Come meet me na me host. Maybe if they start going like when they do this statistic, when they go host to host, they go and count people. Then let them start walking. Let them burn them gas, go host to host, and go beg for people then vote. And then let people then give them then demand say on one condition: if you no can do A, B, C, and D, next time we know they give you with votes. So stop going. Una stop for common ado and dance for the people that it no matter what he can give you. If he can give you 200,000, 500,000, please by all means take him. We don't take him, go sit down, eat, cook fine, sit down, relax now. No go do what he tell you for do. Because if you don't dance for him and vote for him, you don't do anything. Now you come back for can't give you money for let you go curse somebody or go beat somebody. Please take that money, eat and sit down, relax. Don't go anywhere because at the end of the day, now, una then they use whose time you don't see any politicians the way then they dance for the whole way they dance. You know when they dance anyway. Una they dance for the una see them picking them, then family members and they among the group. No, they're not there. Then they're somewhere abroad or sit on or they watch una on TV where then they show them live. Why sooner they go and dirty and dance? Then family members and then are also they watch una. And so why would I keep the dance with the pass now this road every day snake they bet you why you they keep the pass they expect say go get different results, you know they happen. And then the last point I want to make is that let we start for the watch for good leaders, real leaders, patriotic one them. Then they will just need for look. Then they believe me. And I can give you one example, Akinsoya na one. Mayor Akinsoya, they see the fire in them. They see the patriotism, the hunger for let's see that country they change to something beautiful. It's just that they get stumble block. You can tell. Then one of the patriots say, well, they begin for look at their character, what they then don't do for the area or the country at large. What they then don't do, and let we work based on that. Let we move away from this person and tribe na team and therefore let go vote for her. Oh na Fula, oh na Mende. Let we move past that. Let we look at Sierra Leone. Let we look at this person as a brother, as Sierra Leonean brother. We go can benefit. If he can make road na this road, he go benefit me. If he reduce the taxes na the wataki or control the fish will cheap for me, for everybody. So if we look for all them kind of things there, so then qualities there, so and then we lead us there and choose the right one, not for in tribe, not for outside come out, then we go begin see changes and stop for dance with them. You go begin see them go sit down and think say, then people there, then really mean business. That means things are really bad if they really know even they look me the partner street and come na empty hall, nobody no show up. Then you go sit down and think twice. So please, me at the beg una get all it takes for let we all make this thing happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Thank you. Yes, caller, ID live on your name and inside the call from, please.
Yeah, good evening, Triple A. I name Abdullah. I call from Paris.
Yes, Abdullah, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, me just want to make quickly this night. I just want to say me on, I want me all Sierra Leone, especially the government for say there is no country not in the world where they develop without the youth mandate. Even though you give free education, you give everything free, country not they develop without the youth mandate. Without salon in the future na nothing. Now this first with the youth mandate for need for understand first. That country with the youth so many of we get at least a skills. I did tell you Triple A. The one they say, I know say for them hard that work, Sierra Leoneans yes, we get 40% of Salomon will not like hard work. If not to die more work. Now the hardest work where we sabi now we own lifetime. But we get people in a salon where they get skills. We not just the people that where they need small opportunity. But salon will lack of opportunity. No matter how you defeat them, no matter how you try. Now whether you never laugh you, if you not get nothing forgive you, now criticize it, they criticize you. All these youth man, the way they see it today, they go and fire, so they kill in the streets. Now the same one they give them money, they can give bad drugs to the youth man there. The youth man they come out, they go right out for nothing. People then die McKinney for nothing. People then they die, they kill people there for nothing. Something we know even they interesting. And we get about, let me say 90% of we youth them. Where then they not get no job. Also work within a salon. When you don't go to university, you don't come, you not get work. Now, Okada work, they can't begin the day because you get for feed the family. And at time they go, every day, na new day. Every day, na so time they go. Every day, time they go. Tomorrow back when we wake up, we know they come today. Today don't pass. So I really let the government do really something about this, because if they really get the love of the country, they really come for make them develop that country. They really mean say yes, they go take salon front the way how they talk. Let them give opportunity to the youth there. Let them at least salon. Let we talk for this 1 year and say yes, we youth they don't put their mouth by politics business. Because when you read this politics business, what me they don't want to give you the opportunity. They not for say that they use we as the keys. So they don't want to give nobody opportunity. They're not for saying no to their brother and sister that they die. But let we all know for sister alone that we own. Without we the youth man then, if they not invest in we, they not put attention but we the youth man then. Anything what they do today for Salona, for Buffy, because now we get for represent that country, and now we represent that country any side where we go. No matter what happen, no matter what person poor in Salon, the poorest man in Salon, Sierra Leone, let them know that at least the benefits may reach out. You go the neighboring country there, you see at least some people there, yes. But Salon where you come out school first, they even tell you say may not go do mason work. Your family they tell you say that they not to work for you. And the parent they back get for at least encourage them, picking them. Let they able try first skills, let them find something. Also they able link up to. Let them not just sit down, they wait for their politician, they for can't take them for go do them bad thing. They just lost their life for nothing. And today, na International Youth Day, I just want to talk to all my brother and sister then. If we government don't want we let Sierra Leoneans at least where they are abroad, because now the Sierra Leoneans know they are abroad. Anybody will get small money, perhaps na politics they go put up. They able at least go invest. Also they go employ 10 to 20 people there. When you invest more, you employ 2 to 3 people there. The other one back where you go, now so you invest 2 to 3 people there. We all go able to help each other. That's not me on contribution for this night, sir.
Thank you very much, Abdullah. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, they live on your name and the call from, please.
Yes, Triple A, this is Omar, I call from LA. Thank you
yes,
very much.
Yes, you get 3 minutes, sir.
You know, what are they giving you to them? 30% blame, are they giving government 70% blame? Because the problem is, yourself, who's all doing that? Maybe talk about New York State, California. We get youth then Boku, with Boku of them. They don't want to do something. First, then they push them. But the difference now is, not that kind of place here, the job is there. Because if you not get the education, would they give $50 or $60 an hour job, you must get $10 an hour job when at McDonald's. Like now, we California, we don't go up to $15 minimum wage. Then they create the opportunity. The other thing is, every community college in California get vocational system. If you want to be a doctor, you go there, you get all your prerequisites there, you go to 4-year college, then you go to pre-med, then you go med school. But if you want, even the one where you want to learn to be firefighter, Salon, I didn't know in the ground group you go, you want to be firefighter, so the community college you sign, they go, before accommodate. Then get side the way you go learn for be a firefighter. Then get side, they get department where they call machinist. Wait, now one old department, you go there, you learn how for hoping and fix any kind of machine. Because hospital and self. Let's say the hospital, what they call for, we build hospital just now. Then, who say you go pull engineering? Do I know how to fix the thermometer? Do I know how to fix the CT scan if it broke? Do I know how to fix the blood pressure machine if it broke? Because we not get that from where we get a trace center. This small African trace center day. In Jala, they for build places like that. MMTC, Same thing with that Freetown teacher. All the small colleges here. Then for hoping then things are there, they build places them, vocational programs them, then train them people here. Look what in India and the Philippines they do. What they get and use them, what they do? They lobby United States. AAA right now, if you get problem with your telephone, where you call, you know, say the answer, they answer you. Now India. Either they answer you in India or they answer you in the Philippines. Now that them country that they do. They create them just then where they find the jobs, they train first to picking them, find the place for them, then they kind of cross like that why we want to pay cheap labor. Why if it's America they take all the jobs then and another country then? Because they look for cheap labor. We some cable do that. We leader the cable create that scenario and Canada then country and lobby say, you know what? If you pay the people $20 an hour, I already don't create. I get the young youth them. I don't create the facility. You can give it young youth them. Then go take $10 an hour. What they say, the Philippines right now. You call AT&T, you get problem. Now somebody in the Philippines, they answer your phone call. But we never create the environment in there because we not get people and we get youth them to hard. Because one thing I've been tell me friend the other day, I said will be the field say. Well, they say things go better in a salon. Maybe the old-minded one, them after they don't die, they don't go. The young one, they now they come. Then go feel sorry for the young youth, company them, the age group, you know, the companion them. But I really need to see them. Because I tell you what, I stand to be corrected. Maybe Sierra Leone get the youngest parliament. Because Honorable Gewa will say that, sorry. It's that thing would be repaired. It all pass 70% of them. It all pass 70% of the within a parliament. That is we get a very young parliament. What did that tell you? Then young people are there. Now then for the advocate, they do or say what is necessary for the young companion the way they out of the struggle so that they go put things in together. But then they probably they even worse past the and then when they left last week because one thing as alone. Even if Namia you go from primary school to university, as long as waiting them better for me, I not care about you anymore. And the youth them, not true. We get certain youth them where they don't want to do something. They don't even know this particular youth, they don't even know how to improvise. AAA when me left school in Freetown in the 80s. I look me until we met me, I look before I look behind and I know say this man they don't try. It don't bring me can at this point. Now, Mr. Self take me to the foot. I begin go drag Naswazi back in the day, since the early 80s. Now, they take a family way for Canada. These go, I get two of my nephew them. Two of them tell me, say they want Okada. I buy Okada, give them. Last April. The other one, they just don't sell them. He sell the Okada 2 months ago. He sell the Okada 3 million less than the amount I buy the Okada. My own small brother, he said, if I buy Okada, give him. Then this go I go get $1,000. I say, okay, I'm not going to go to America right now, but try for Fenway for ton. Last see the improvement and see which side you go, then I go meet you halfway. The guy in a plumber will end up making the phone. So now we blame the government, but now not give 100% blame. We get youth that we're very, very ambitious. Look at that about during that corona event that thing where you wash your inside the keke. Look at another one, we make that a machine, like that miller machine for washing. We get young ones that we're very good, we're ready for land and do something. We not get the people and we go help them. The message to the youth, we will not give up. We will not lose hope. God there with you now. Better must come. We will not listen to, let anybody tell you now for go fet. We in the fet. They don't give you pampers, they don't shoot you now, they don't kill you now. They don't give una drugs, they shoot una, they kill una. They take una, then go put una in the political campaign center. We see SLP, they even get one where they call Benghazi. I mean, how you go do that? How them people there, they sleep na net? You take young people in, you just go pack them in one place, you hold them there, you drug them. Like when you get there, rock like them bad dog, they just feed them beef, they give them beef, then the net you open and say, boom, go. I go, which normal human being will go do that. You take young people and you put them like your campaign office. They give them drugs and alcohol. Jesus Christ. Let God help you. Now that's what me, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, call ID live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
I'm in Ibrahim, I call from Maryland.
Yes, Ibrahim, you get 3 minutes. So what's your contribution?
All right, thank you for giving me the platform. First of all, the system, they fail with the youth mandate. Or lots of youth mandate, they will be say, no matter anyhow you try for encourage them, for make them try for do something on their own. You know, they will listen and follow. But we get some youth mandate, will be say, then get the skill and the aid. Then just need small opportunity what they able push them go before. Like then vocational institution when I talk about. I get one of my friend we go loan sir, you do auto mechanic. From where you come out, you don't try to for like get job, you not get job. Up to now the pass. Okay, the politicians then they know the time when they use with brothers and sisters then. But the most of the one they work involved more than them man they, the youth then. You could do man and sometimes they get your understanding. But the youth they involve more than the guys there, when are the boy picking there. You know, the way they need the youth then they come foot, then they come meet them in person. For can't talk to them. After they don't kind of power. When in the past now, then the ace the window they up. Tinted glass, we know you see ourselves. You know, you get some of our brothers then we then in the diaspora and they see the way how the West they way then they take care of the youth man then. You know, when they come here, then go na salon. Now then be worse past the one that's already salon right now. Then guy then youth man they invent then skill and when you do so like that guy would they say he make that hand wash machine. That kind of them people and the system for look at. I remember that was about Kevin Doe, where the current Minister of Education, where he make the worldwide Sabi that body. I appreciate that. We get other people that were there on the ground. We get skill them. Engineer is skill the way they do. If they then the government they go and look out for them, they try for empower them. Who's a big country in the make name. I remember one video which they upload that guy now. I don't know if it's in England. The guy who invent that electronic car, right?
Yeah, we don't go salon now. It is salon.
Yeah, so all the people when they get them skill and if them go to the country, let the government open the hand, they make them welcome them. Through that, they just say they will empower other people. But people in the diaspora, who they want go salon for go invest. But where see go? Then the say like saying like a threat somebody. They say, oh, this man, if you can't invest here tomorrow, now other political party they go support. Maybe some man not even get that mindset themselves. Not to everybody get interest in politics. You know, then man, there are a lot of them don't mess up during the war. Or some of them born there after the war. So you don't get parents again. You don't get no side where they are say, and they get what they eat for a day. Someone for try to get a 1 meal for a day, it's not easy. So if you see that it is gone to one, somebody come, he can't get a small thing. He say, boy, I'll do something for me and that. And he angry. If he says, if you know one good day, for the mere fact that he angry, you know, get something for it, he they go misbehave, even though you know being get up planning for good done, but because of he angry. People don't know you can genuinely for help the youth man and say, oh, I just say help now, not nothing for Muna. But they come for use the youth man then for their own self-interest, where they get their own family, so they didn't hire. You know, if you only any government, and not for the present government, no, for the past government, the future now, any government, make them go to open their hands there for some people who they come on and diaspora for go develop. Some man want go open factory, or some man want go open business, we busy again for employ beaucoup youth man there. But we see go now for what people in the beginning you. You see something. The money they go asking for offload that container, they not funny. So if you don't spend that kind of money then day, or you think the money we get for whisper, we don't buy goods and I want to go to Nasalo, the money they go ask you. Some man he had the point. You don't get for go. So this one day they get small blame. And they blame the small because when they no one work. But when they where they get skill, but they just need small help. So that's my question, Danny. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
Good evening. My name is Martha. I'm going to be at the call from Delaware.
Yes, Martha, you get 3 minutes, ma.
Okay, my advice, Monday. My advice say, may I not give up, may I not lose hope. At the same time, may they look within themselves and find that courage and strength, say yes, they can be somebody in the future. Now, with government or with leaders, them, I believe, say most of them don't disappoint we for make the country so also for this for today. When I listen to that time where I think that Israel, one of that part where they talk about how the country poverty, the way they talk about the railway, the IMF, something like that. Yes, IMF. So I look and say maybe we all for sit down back and think back. Maybe now some of them rules and regulation and they where the government can go sign contract then, can maybe read the fine line for this kind of contract, then they sign. And now maybe then they then wait people up there at the country, then make their rules and regulation and they or them bylaws or whatever they do favorable for them at that time. Now they're not there again. Then we now with the when salon people there, maybe we not really understand how we go able to learn from them and use their laws then they for develop a country. So it's like when you don't go lend money to a person, the person give you rules say, I will give you $5,000 if you give me back with $10,000. And when you know able to give you $10,000, but because you need the money, you go for that contract day. So some of them they don't affect the country today where maybe they're not able to create jobs that they're supposed to create for the youth them. But they still get opportunity now. Like we can say time and time again, times have changed. Would they go on social media? Would they still waiting to happen in other parts of the world? So maybe government themselves try for implement some of them opportunity. Then they like, for example, they handicap their way, then they keep now one place. Then in a job, when most of them job and they do now with my country today, build facility for them, encourage them churches them for build facility, then subsidize the churches them. They hire people and for take care of them people and they go boku youths and at the country for get job. Maintenance again, as I can always say, maintenance is a big job. Maybe government all them building and they don't get so. Create opportunity for maintenance, for train people there. They don't go maintain them building and they paint them, fix them, toilet, telephone pole. Maintenance is other thing we go give young people a job. And also young people and men realize say some of them job, they're not a bad job because some people are for doing the look of pride. And then job, they do and then country, how they go money, most of we. Then for value, then job, then they. Or maybe if they pay them more, like when a man be they say, when you see you compete, dress fine, you go say, who's that you the work? You go say, now this factory they work, or now this maintenance they do, because say they live fine, they able to get money out of them. So instead of them listening to politicians who go tell and say, or somebody with America, like Adebayo, or and the rest will go say, "Una no come on a do, no go demonstrate." Or therefore listen first, think twice before they come on a do. Or if they really have to come on a do for demonstrate, because demonstration too is not the wrong thing to do. If they see police, they back up or they raise their hand rather than they confront them. So now me on submission and for say may not lose up, may not give up. If they demonstrate, then demonstrate for the right thing. And the government also may they sorry for them youth there because they self get picking them. May the members say we put them in that position there for help the country, but not for their own pockets no more. So this is my own submission to the youth of this. They do not lose up. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Eonobi. Thank you, Martha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you're live on air. You name and the call from, please.
Triple A.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Triple A.
You get 3 minutes, sir. I'm a loss, but thank you for coming back.
I don't believe every time. I'm go Kailam. The network not too much strong in Kailam. But straight to the point. Triple A, just for example where I want you from the youth man and young people in Nakailan district where we say friend we brother then we they free time where they give their help. We get two set up young people in Nakailan district. We get the chiefdom young people and then we get the district young people. First, what did the chiefdom young people do? Though government don't say youth farm they go and youth farm they go indeed the program they own. But they don't look at that, they don't evaluate. The chiefdom young people and they don't go ahead for make about 25 acres swamped for themselves. Me self go, I help them. I mean, I do my contribution to them. Then the district young people say, well, this if the chief don't not go ahead for make a 25 acres of swamp, why not we save? Then the district young people are also involved into agricultural activity like farming, especially the swamp area. Then also involved into 15 acres swamping area. Then we will come around, we will base na free time, we will contribute some money way for help the Dicovat and Kailan district about Ebola, about coronas. So out of that money, they use some amount to now and 10 million for help. That's also the one compliment the effort of government where it say let everybody involved into agricultural activity. So at the end of the day, what we're involving we self into, and no young person no go there on get all the time and they say blah bobo deal. Then are the two one example. The other example we may want say if you look at the young people the way that they write now we district them. So some of them really educate, you know, but because of they no one Sidom and the harbor come somebody where they say this is for bribe body, they self-involve themselves into some static activities like the BR you write that step. They also some of them also they don't involve themselves into vocational institutes them nakairam. So I think if young man they do this now, government will begin for go inside for give them
vocational institutes where they kailam.
Thank you. GIZ, they go with one program when an issue of entrepreneurship. Where at that time where Corona not there. GIZ go recruit and empower 300 young men them. Yeah, it teach them how you yourself for relies on yourself your own way of doing things. Yeah, and it do that one day so mad now that the Falamakata, you know, some people that don't begin for really empower themselves where they know if they get their self-reliance, I mean, depend on government or depend on politicians. Like normally me used to say this, my brother, if we are the future leaders of tomorrow, I swear to God, we not for allow selfish politicians them for can use and misuse we. At the end of the day, they dump you into prison, then they forget about we, you know. And this is not the fact. Most of them where you see this, so they're picking another like how somebody just called. Who saw them, who saw on a day and the other countries, and they're picking and they or the family and they, you know. And we can see that creep there. We see one creep where it is therefore educate young man them. One person can't do young man them for they go involved into violence. At the end of the day, the other guys say no. If we not go allow that one day, and if we do that the way you can't, we for go involved into politics. I mean into destruction. A call you begin join way. If you begin not go, yourself not go. So but they allow that. And one thing about this country where me they say where this country better now we all now we all nobody is above the law in this country. No one allow them. Yeah, no one allow them. Let them misuse we. Yeah. So now I be lost, but I don't come back, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
Hello, my name is A-Boy. I'm calling from Atlanta.
Yes, A-Boy. What's your message to the youth of Sierra Leone?
Okay, is it okay if I speak in English because my Creole is not that good?
Yeah, carry on. No problem.
Okay, so what I want to tell the youth, they need to forget about politics. Because I think politics is one of the reasons why we are still in the same predicament we are in. The youth need to focus on developing themselves because most of the time they keep waiting and waiting and waiting for the government. Oh, you know, and these politicians are really out there trying to better themselves. I think if they sit down there and say they are going to wait for the government to come and improve their life, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. They need to take action in terms of bringing ideas. Because if the government see that these people, these youth, are doing something for themselves, I think they will see that these people are just not sitting and waiting, oh, bribe a body. So I think they need to come up with solution themselves. You know, like another caller said, there are people, the parliament, half of them are youth, you know, but most of them are they're not even advocating for the youth. They're doing other things. They are more worried about their paycheck. So if they are in there as well, I think they should be the one to advocate for the youth to improve, to bring ideas, industries, to improve the life of the other youth out there. I think my message simple is they need to forget about politics. These APC, SLPP, they need to forget about it and just bring a solution and find an idea for themselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, boy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah. From Morocco, I call from Algeria.
Yes, from you get 3 minutes.
Like making say people the system na salon of favor with the youth them na salon. Because like making take an example, so like some who they live in Algeria presently, where they see some way police they follow for do deportation, and some man they come up of guys. Let's say for going to your country, but we see each man who for going to your country. Now they come up guys for jump and run from policeman. The man they put them the book. Right now we get with orders in the jail where some of them and they with them back run book in Algeria now. So my foot book for your run from police. They scared for going to your country, but we see they come with that. And because of all the system not in favor of it. I can take an example to me like me like somebody where like I've been done time my level best because I get me HND, me higher national diploma where like I've been doing statistics. Where I feel say as we constitution they say you where you don't get government job, you don't get a security job. From there at the end, they end up for starting with no benefits. So like some of them say then discourage it, and they all give you the motivation for move out of salon for can fight this way where we struggle like today. We make even now somehow we tell us this is na salon man. You had the one by you know ever tell us in a salon man. Now we say they come with that. Now because of the system they do in favor of me. We don't know if there is any room for we the youth the way the constitution, the codes for how the way will secure with the youth there. You see? But like for salon the system of salon not in favor of we the youth them at all.
All right, thank you very much for more. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and where you call from, please.
Yeah, Triple Enemy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is not Francis. I call from my wife.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah. Triple me. Like you always vex. All people then you always blame the youth. The youth all the time. They say that the youth for take responsibility. The youth. Some of them, when they like or then they other countries, then they change job pretty for the way they want. And they can only they blame the youth and some of who don't in that place they will graduate to the time for firm job. We know what's in the call youth in that place they. Now people in the talk now. The unfortunate for them and then continue they change job and they want. Because the government today now puts things in place. They provide the job facilities. They provide the capital to private sectors. All the people employ the people. There is a country, government will give loan to private people, who are people of that country for being able to employ people. But all the time people they blame the youth. All the time people they blame the youth. We got people who graduate in a government technical institute, so then a motor mechanic, so then a building and construction. They don't even get job. No job for them. No job. Here you graduate today, you get job beside they go. Now they only say blame the government. The government will put things in place try bring jobs at the country. The one thing for all the youth, then they get self-confidence in the country, all security they force. All the country they at peace. They get self-confidence first. But the country they at peace. Everything they have as a day, my friend, nothing they go on. So me, I can only blame all the people that go on, they say, the youth. Yes. Let them there, we're educated, we're everything, so they do something. When they meet them, most of the day educated, they don't get nothing what they do. They don't get great. They don't get the financial something. People they say going for agriculture, because you know what you go to agriculture in Israel? If you say they hand when they go and work on your hand and I go will make you survive. Now subsistence farming they in that place right now. Nobody no will make a family and will go able to sustain until it gets a capital. Or you get a machinery will go able to sponsor them. Now you go able to develop. But people they say youth. Who can you go able to do family? Without the help of the government, you don't get money. Government will try at least mitigate this to bring jobs. Try to provide jobs. Yeah, now this country, what jobs in day? Do not Trump and go and rally. Now only few people that go there because it's 10 o'clock. When you go there tomorrow, they sack you. Look at the over in Africa minerals. My friend, man, they come 4 o'clock for go work. They go to the one of them and then they come over, they go and tell them and they say, man, they can't pay a job. 5 o'clock. What's that? They take them. Police tells you, you do one job. You do one job. If you do one job, you don't see people that they demonstrate on the side of it. It's very difficult. Very difficult. You go and work all day. My friend, I need to say people go sleep. Because all the money get for grab and 5 o'clock for work. We see the evidence in Africa, men are saying, no, 5 o'clock for which you must be boss. For people for work. People all the time they blame the youth. People all the time they blame the youth. They go to work, they able to employ the people there. But when they blame the youth all the time. I say, no, sorry. What some of you, the fortunate for Ghana, this country, they get a work, they get a paycheck, they sleep one place. Then they get a talk show. But the situation, oh, brother, they in that place, they get very pathetic. All you know, very pathetic. And they do one job. It is time for great. It is time for great new initiative. You will not do that help them. We don't do that help them. What's up, Daddy? No more. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Francis. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and the call from, please.
Tripoli, thank you very much, Constantine Leone from Australia.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
We get a problem in our society. When I look at Sierra Leone problem, in one way or the other, we all get a responsibility. Whether be it government, whether be the youth, whether be we Sierra Leoneans within the diaspora, we all get ways we will be able to contribute for engage the youths. Anybody will tell you saying a government for employ youth, that person, and often say a right. Not to government they employ people all over the world. How many governments will provide jobs for people around the world? Check the statistics. 80% of job employment all over the world is created by individuals, indigenous of that country or foreign investments. And then they create the opportunities. Just like we Sierra Leoneans holding at the diasporas, we also responsible in one way or the other because some of we get opportunities maybe for buy like welding machine, create projects in Sierra Leone wherein we will train people and for become welders or plumbers or other things then. We get Sierra Leoneans then, some of who do train job, but sometimes we're reluctant to go back home also for put an investment where they create opportunity for the youths. You know, and the fact that if I go to business, the poor people and go eat the money. You know, them notions, the negative notions, the who set food in the diaspora, what we get. Now, it make they contribute so much in a way that we will not be able to engage back the youth then. You go like country like Senegal. You go like country like Guinea. You see youth man there and they are carpenters. They are very Christian. They are abusers. We get Sierra Leone today. Our youth has been manipulated and misused by politicians. And you not go blame them that much because they are vulnerable. And what will they ask, we as Sierra Leoneans then, no, we forget sometimes about government. Government will set a platform for you for go invest. But at the end of the day, Bob Marley say every man has the right to decide his own destiny. What a man decide the destiny. If you did the diaspora then now you decide the destiny. What do you feel for do that you do? You get people in opportunities and then still and they take use of the advantage of the diaspora. Still and they. You get people in and they even send money even for them people in. Now they have decision they take. So now at the same time like youth them actually want like me when I grew up as a child. I didn't a neighborhood where they do wood carving. Because my parents them they struggle to me mommy and this day I go land that wood carving. When I was a refugee in Guinea, I'm not knock nobody in Domot to give me any single thing. When I go to Guinea, I begin tap straight. And when I go to Hotel Camayen, go around Hotel Camayen and ask Leone, any carving where I do they do, I do they make money, they cannot Domot for projects and for go do carving. Some carving and then I be one and Guinea be the one, especially like the nativity scene. I'm not really struggle in life because I be learn a trade. When I go as a refugee in Guinea, one single person about feels me like a refugee. I live a very comfortable life in Guinea. You can't be work and they make money. We youth mandate today they don't indulge themselves into politics. They don't allow they so much indulge themselves into politics. And then they ask the politicians there, waiting at the engagement of this Leone they can do, this Leone they can do this one now. How now go will engage you for no going to agriculture? How now going to bring in investment? How now go will bring in opportunity like for trade centers, for expand the trade centers in Sierra Leone so that we go land trade. If you want for build today host now Sierra Leone, you get the challenge for get a bill that we go engage in your own job. Because we get scarcity of people that we qualified and trained for build houses. You give a project to possibly you project is derail because you can few people that when are builders and today in Sierra Leone. You the final say they engage so much that the load so heavy then that it will derail the project. So because people youth man, if you now youth man go to somebody who land trade, they behind that person that they behind politician we need to gain nothing. They behind somebody in a carpenter learn something. If you make bench, you must get what you eat for the day. If you go to a plumber, you say, brother, don't come with you, I want land plumbing. Then go accept you, then go train you. At the end of the day, become independent. You don't go depend on politicians who can't do drugs. Politicians, if they can't do job, pass drugs and jamba and for cause mayhem. Then they do not get nothing for offer to the youth of Sierra Leone. Pass for giving drugs or creating mayhem for their own benefit. Not for the benefit of the youth. I mean, the youth man, they don't ask politicians, but all they come to is when I office. You want agriculture, you want plumbing, you have a place where go put to local land trade. How many of you then go ask even the politicians? Don't ever get a future, don't ever get a focus for their own future. Already they need a bribe body or they give jamba and give to pack the center. Or they begin shape money and you t-shirt to dance for politicians. When that nonsense will stop, now make the media so powerful today, we need to engage the youth. When I engage the politicians there or anybody they engage with for making empower you, not for empower the person. The person for empower you this time. You don't empower politicians, they don't gently, don't move the picking overseas, they don't go to good university. When they come back, they can't rule una. They will not you don't bribe a body. They give total party the drink, they give one t-shirt to the dance like say grace. That's very unfortunate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, concerned Sierra Leone. Thank you, sir. I will just take a cue from waiting concerned Sierra Leone end with about empowering themselves, the youth them. Before make I just read waiting Roslyn Lahai saying on Facebook. He said Tripoli, then they build one house na my neighborhood right now. He say in get very healthy guide them within a use. In there encourage them. You also don't talk to the contractor for make you go able to encourage the guide them within a house to He say, but unfortunately, the contractor say in get people them where pull come off from Guinea. He say because entire with the salon people them. Waiting do because they're not reliable. He say he be so disappointed. And right now in the God rich. That now waiting Roslyn Lahai say. You know just now when Constance Leone and they talk, instead they talk about for make you better you skill, better you craft. I don't know if you know somebody who don't try to do any project we need skilled labor. That's alone. Somebody go say, oh, look, Austin, they build, boku Austin, like builders there, labor, not a problem. My dear. Skibo na problem na salon. And what make me feel say na problem, because right now the market is opened, a lot of people they build, everybody they claim say then a builders them without any certificate for proof say then a builders them. So because of that, you they find out say people they now where did it, then they try for look down and then job then they one day they grab then job then they not they even land fine. But because they feel say money did it, sometimes they follow boss man 1 day 2 day for 8 pan, 1 8 pan cement, 1 day 2 day, see how then they tie the rope, see how then they turn the motor. Before you know it, instead don't go get a 2 3 people them. He's saying a builder. He's saying a builder. So you find out, say, that particular one day, even though the market is in Sierra Leone right now, market then in Sierra Leone for skilled labor. You talk about carpentry, you talk about masonry, you name it. Because waiting do, people and they build a lot na salon. So there is market for that. But because there is no regulation for this market, now I make the one the way did it, not they do correct job. They not they do correct job. Where I feel say if somebody don't take 2 3 years, go learn na trade center or any side. You go learn. Trust me, when you get a job, the first thing where they can of your mind, now for please your client, so that he go recommend you to another person. Not to for cantif in cement. Not to for cantif in sansan. You go find out, see, most of the people them not get integrity in their area, yeah. Because you know what to do? They not suffer for land the job. They not go through waiting for build the integrity in them for land the job. I think these are all in the part of the government and also in the part of the youth mandem. Because if you don't go through all the process till you get your certificate, trust me, you know they go thief. You know they go thief cement. You know they go thief sand. Like me, I don't go through one first hand. Yeah? I get the generator. Not so then come on and then big one them. The person will be the work on the generator. I be the service the generator with or without every 3 months. A service am. I be Guinean. No problem. You go kai service am, say pa, nothing order for change. Everything is good. Fine. We just change oil, we change the filter and everything. We say fine. It done. Time come, the Guinean no day again. He don't go Guinea. Papa Godfather. Nain Solomon enter. Worst experience ever. Come service generator. Nothing is wrong with this generator. You know, say we come out laws. I don't know how then they do them now Europe, but America. You know, say mostly you get the mileage, you get within 3,000 miles, or you change the oil every 3 months and this and that. Okay, let we change. Check the oil, check the filter, see say all the bolts, them all they fine and what's not. Now in the Saloma we come. The first thing we do, you can lose parts. Nothing not do that part do. Nothing not do one. You lose the parts. You lose part, say now this part get a problem. I say, Paddy, now service you can service generator. Now oil and filter and for check if any bolt now I call you for. You say, well, you find out say that part say you don't wait himself. I say, okay. How much? I think that time it was 200 or 300,000 go buy parts. You could not believe, say, this person go buy parts for big generator when a key start where they use battery. The part we go buy now for Tiger generator. Tiger. We all know where they can say Tiger na tongue. The AVR, now I go buy. Tiger AVR, now I can put a big generator where they use pass Amos AC for fuel the generator. Okay? So, it come, where buy the part come, it out another person. This Guinean, he is the only one passing Bobodem. In Bobodem says there's a bit scatter everything and couple up and back. It out second person say, Dan the electrician. Okay, on a light, little test. Then test, I put the microwave on, then put the AC. Say, oh no, then to see the dinner for Nancy Paddy. So, long matter short, it come, as God could help me, before me in the part company, I say that, with that part where you pull, it come with the part. I got frustrated. God make the Guinean canton. The Guinean canton, I say, check the generator for me. I said, well, I can work on this and that. I know Grisham. They insist, say, within the area, the person, they say no. Now I say, what the part where them pull? Now I show him. Now I call me, can watch. Now I say, this part. Even the part where he say buy, he not even connect again. What you make at the give all the example here? This that the reason why I make people they go out for Guineans rather than Sierra Leoneans. Because that's what they call integrity. Integrity, not our problem. Even though we're unskilled, even though integrity will be the problem because waiting do we not go through the process for an certificate for the job we would do. So as you get to work, you feel say, as I don't can at this house, now for can thief. As I don't can at this house, now for can find way where them go say for this. Papa God. I get a lot. Another person don't go pull parts. He pull parts. Who side then go for go buy the part? And no say the person will go to na the mechanic. They meet a mechanic, then any mechanic what cheap. And I say nothing not do this so. Imagine another mechanic na him pull part go di. Or another mechanic go talk say nothing not do this. So what to make up bring this? The other mechanic will say nothing not do this is a Sierra Leonean. But the one we go pull part, we say something do the part instead of Sierra Leonean. So not to say we not get the one them where they do the right thing. We get them. But trust me, the one them where that unskilled area, hey, the one them where did it for thief them boku. Them boku. You hire laborers then hire just no. Even if not for empty your container, what in they can for do? What in they can for do? Not for can thief. Most of working ship container go, but should they go with extra people them? All man the team up so for begin watch. For begin watch. What in do? They want thief. Nobody wants to work. Say, you know what in? Let me just work. And if I work properly, then whatever I make, na me honest job, na provide them for me. So where would they talk? Yes, government not did, the government not did, but the youth man themselves, even the one who feel say they by the work, I mean they need the last day. Because contractor back no want bad name. And some contractor back now then they influence back the youth man there. Waiting do because the contractor self not get paper for which they do. Because trust me, if they all get paper, then when they catch you for that kind of habit, then suspend your license, nobody's gonna hire you again. Nobody. So that thing this particular one within now way available. Me, I can always talk, say, the one way available now, let we tap into them. The one way available now. But what he make in order correctly, now because people them. Okay. Look this other one. The road bad. I say, okay, know it in me, and they provide all the material them. Una the youth man in the area. Now the same road una the pass. Una provide the labor. They say la, they don't. Oh, maybe then go say this person na JC. They say they don't. But imagine I didn't serve the ride bike, and I didn't they do. So me, they get for pay them for make the road when we all lay pass the. But then go say, they no get motoka, me na me get motoka. But imagine back pada walk day when I for make the road when we all lay pass, now they back they try for thief the cement back. Now they back out, then they try for thief the cement, not knowing to say, okay, you know what, this road now we get now we then they make them for. Now we. But that thievery, inside we youth man them, the one the way they now inside walk, the one the way they can inside the walk, the thievery back, there is no integrity on them. On them. There is no integrity. Unless you get projects in a salon, you go understand what you are the talk so. You go understand. You go say back, oh, now because the system failed. No. Me, I not agree. Me blame the system because it not create for make people an certificate. Make them tell we. Make them tell we. Make them tell we. So when we talk and go to the government, yes, would they blame them? Politicians, then they use them, then they do this, then they do that. That is true. But again, they want them, we feel say, then don't land the work. Now, Solomon, you they ask, say, you sabi do this? The answer, if I yes. Even though you know say, no sabi you. You go say, okay, na smart move, you want land na you aid. Yes, I sabi. Then you get the job. It goes scatter enough for couple up Kamara Alpha say he says scatter me mutuka engine, you know able put them back together. Pass you pay Lebanese man for do them exactly. I just say talk anaya. You know they say no sabi. So all land you know what thing do because even though you go say you don't learn you don't this, you don't that, because we not get the center, we for certify them. Even Usaude, Baba, Nene certify Baba. Even to Baba, you get forget certificate. Where would they look at any kind of in a salon? So not to foresee the yes, people then they say we need factory, we need this, we need that. Now because we just left free ride to the availability, the one that were available now, the jobs that were available. We left a free ride now make. Because the one that were available now, if we create for them, trust me, the one that they say working on it, they're only gonna line for go because at the end of the day, then they see the one they pay off. And they see that they pay off. And again, make we come to London mining. I remember when London mining and all the mining companies them be the work better one. Most of the youth then wouldn't come like Fridays and waiting wouldn't come online. The one for sure you say they're self responsible now. Abisabi boku. Where they ask you for nothing. They ask you for nothing. you see them come online, I will say, how you do, man? Yeah, I get me day off today. Then have get all the terms there now. Oh, I cannot turn quick. Some man, they up like a room, they even get room back, you get also back, we rent back na free tone. Yes? When them be the way, everybody, like, when they say Friday, so you they see them. So not to say they no one work. Me believe say if job making itself available for them, they will. But again, I come back to that integrity. Beaucoup in the way the present administration don't promise, say then go do. Even the general hospital where they say they want to make this a Leone hospital. They know waiting. Not to say that everybody and for being persuaded. But they know waiting they need. So why not begin for train the youth man them? Where the company we get for can build land. By the time when they ready say that they can't turn the tea, that they can't turn sword. We get people them we don't train, we certified for work day. No, because most of the territory today, then they can't employ 2,000 youth, then they can't employ 3,000, then they can't employ now they shall be called the number then. Where you go check, you know they even reach Amos. You know they reach? You know they reach at all. So if then now the ministry, the youth commission and all this one. Now then for beginner, every major project we get for come. Then don't contact the people and they say, what you know I need? Skill this, skill that, skill that. Okay, we are going to prepare them. And now Uda certified, now in the work day. Trust me, if you see them beginner, so all man go fit for be certified. But again, who go certify them? Because we need for get the center. We go train them people here. We need them. Man no go don't go train. You know, say if you make yanda 100 people then I do they wait for that position day. You go make a local day. But why you feel say employers them, some employers them, they always take advantage by workers then a salon. Because we think do, they know say the employers are just few. The employers are just few. And the workman then they did boku one. Boku. So again, you go on to ask yourself, you think say the youth of Sierra Leone, then they think critically? You think say the youth of Sierra Leone, they are innovators, they're able to sit down, then come up with something? Or you feel say they are just, they're just wasted brains, man. Just forget it. Nothing is going to come out of it. Just, my dear, it's sad to say, like the first day I eat that pampas water, I ask back, say, who started this? What in the person be sit down, you just think, till reach to that one day? Well, how? They are skillful, but for the bad reasons. They want to go say them all brand new gin trusses for sale. You say yes, now you see and you let them, they say they put on a plastic. By the time they put on a plastic, then they hand over and give you. Now check la pana and then they give you. When you reach now, you say don't buy a gin. Where you go open and check. Uda land in that gikri. So then get critical thinking, but not for the wrong reason. So now that one day make government create them places here for make them people here go, so that them bad thinking then go able to change into good thinking. Then go able to change into good thinking. Now make we use the London mining and all this one as example. Say when it was there, they all go, then go walk. One thing we all know, say, there is no country without a ghetto youth. That is not possible. It's not possible, say, the country go there, the youth, they all go be perfect. Or the young adults, then they all go be perfect. It's not possible. But the rate at which we own day, now we want to make minimize. Make it be so they able to count there. Now we want to minimize the salon. Remember, tomorrow, then why are we this so today? Now then go for the under. Like how Mike say in the vex by the old one there. And so who self no go make them vex by we. Say waiting we been say. Because we go for ask them, waiting them be say that intending they. And go say, oh, na be one party state, nobody need to talk if you talk when I end that. So now make we get the opportunity for talk now, with they sound the alarm, with they ring the bell. For say the government of Sierra Leone, before you be asked for the job, you already know what it look like. So, and the saddest thing is this, it's just like people, they don't turn the youth man, then are like bingo. You know, say they eat, they wait for the crumbs for them for making eater. And a saloon doggo. For making eater. Eh? So they are all attention, they know other side. It just focus. So they make one distract them small for come out to the politicians. One distract them. Eh? Med Ali say, he said the youth them 70% now they're responsible for the problem in the country. Because now then they agree, now then they give the politicians the green light for use them. He said he don't taking responsibility from the age of 12. He said, and no politician not go able to use them for doing anything stupid in life. He said, make dog dig him left na belly. I'll tell us, he says, salon problem. It be problem, not easy. I see now they see mechanic they super water for us engine. Salon and getting them for you. Sylvester Monde say most of we youth them no one for land skill. But they want the government to employ them in some areas then where they not even fit. He says some skill job then they better pass degree job. Definitely. That's what I was just saying here. You know I make most of them they look down on carpentry, they look down on even though they want the way they do so that they make money. Even to plumber. Eh? You go call, you the bill brand you call plumber. Can't see what thing they can do now use for you. Can't see. Hey. They are made and try. Some of these jobs, they need to be certified. Trust me, if these jobs are certified, but good people and they go there. Then they see and like that way then they see now, then go feel saying a white collar job. Now because then they feel say as you drop out so now you dey go be carpenter. As you drop out so now you dey go. Hey, Papa God. I don't want to talk now, let us feel otherwise. Seriously. I don't want to talk make person feel otherwise, but Tripoli. Me, I don't do beaucoup things in a salon where I have to go to the carpentry shop. Me only to carpenter. I have to go to the carpentry shop and show them how to do the work. I have to go there say, okay, know it in? Let work, cut here, make here, do yonder, make so, do so, cutter, this and that. Eh? What the man done? He watch the work, ping. He begin glad for himself. And that particular thing the way he build, it don't pass how many years. Anything I go salon right now. That day, now he puts, he do, I doubt if he not done shape another entire place day. I doubt. But when I get the work for do, afraid and force. There is a job where I don't give past, no exaggeration, right? Past 7 carpenters in a salon. They can't do it. Me, I don't know if they're scared, then they're scared. I don't know if they're afraid, then they're afraid. I just don't know what's the reason. Past 7, till I don't say the next hour they go salon, me safe. Eh? I made the telling you, when I buy this boat, I can't walk. I know say at the end of the day, when they don't work and done, they're going to be like, okay, finally, I know say I can do this. But you know what you do? Because they're not certified, because they're not licensed. Because I get the diagram, I get the size, I get everything. I send and they. I get all Tino. But, oh yeah, then just afraid. But if they make certificate and license, I don't care what it is, even carpentry, baba, you name it. You name it. If they get for go through that process the way they come on do, then go tell them after they don't take the crash course, even if the crash course or whatever, then teach them about integrity. Say, not follow, because again, other person want to say, well, and they compare the politicians, and then they thief, then they this. But make we try to empower this one for we tomorrow, because these are tomorrow. If we not do them, my dear, well, that's all I know they look for at the end of the tunnel. It is us. All we want for the youth are the best. We want the best for them. And we want the best for Sierra Leone. So we need the government of Sierra Leone for step up. For really step up to the game. Because if they not step up, you go on away. We'll go there back tomorrow. Okay. Let's see, one don't come inside. Fatimata Jabi he say, ordinary tailoring is creating big jobs for Senegalese, Guineans, Gambians, and Ivorians with no certification, but hardworking and sincere. Okay, since we don't come to tailoring in Sierra Leone, I don't know, the tailorman in a salon, then they take pride in disappointing people. And they take pride in disappointing people, the tailorman in a salon. So if they want they can do them with no certificate or whatever, but now word of mouth, now go able to make yourself give your own clothes to these people for doing because you don't see what they do. We're not going to copy them. I feel say even tailoring, it will be certified. And so me feel. They forget license for operate. But again, they go say, man no go do and safe. Because even drivers license, they say people that they get and they even drive. They go there, they don't get time. So even the institution in Sierra Leone, hey, daddy God. So Tawajis don't say, okay, make them be certified. So man no go safe na the cause for good one. He still get the certificate. He still come back, he can't mess up your work. But the good thing here now for say, when they complain you, then they investigate, and you go lost your license. Because what make we still get all them bad thing, and well, I don't know. Let's see again. Because even when I talk so, I just remember I say, okay, even police. You lost your license or they fine you. What you pay, now you go able for begin practice back. Hey, I think it was over 5 different lapadem. Over 5 different lapadem in this Tilaman. I be one show on like short trusses, long trusses for summer, short trusses, cutting them. Different one them. I said then you can just show like so different kind of top. He answer fine, he take me measurement. Could you believe say I end up this come out I end up give away all thing because none fits me. None fits me. That person we sit down, it take me measurement. Eh? We don't. I collect to each house. No, not to me be Timapianda. Not to me be Timapianda for that measurement. Not to me. To me be Timap do. Because it's so not even pass by me first. I say I end up giving all. About 5 different lapa. I end up giving all. And the man answer, first of all, even the time I even tell them, say, they go. Even though I not be ready to go, I tell them, say, they go. Could it be this that man still don't say? So if that true say being the tell a gam, where he don't say yes, he go meet up that 10 day. If I be the girl for travel, now say for be disappoint me. Tell a man as alone. I say I think then they take joy in disappointing people. So for Tilamayon, no lefa. I mean, I feel say therefore be certified. And say, oh no, now they can learn skill, this and that. Who don't want? It's certified. Who don't want learn not certified? Where we want job, we look for the one that will get certificate. Where the one that will not agree go take certificate, will not agree go for the crash course them, they know they get job. Trust me, then go. Because where we want job, would they say, well, you get certificate, yes. Where? Make us see. You want come, yes, I like waiting if you na the contractor, you get the certificate, fine. You way you know say na the contractor, you go know that you hire. Because if things go bad, you can't tell me saying that the laborer will hire, it's on you. Because waiting do you now you get the certificate. So now you are go report. Then go can watch what you do say you not correct according to the plan or not to so you do you been salon people then sabi work fine it's up there finishing and they will get problem. Finishing. We finishing get problem na salon. The youth too, the young adult too, the old one them more. Finishing. I got it for you. Got it for you, huh? We go there back to my I left you. Till we meet again. Till police. Tata.